I don't know where Angie is. Good morning, guys. Yeah. We're running a little late this morning, trying to figure out all the numbers. Any requests today?
Oh, let's try their wrap a leg thing again.
Eagle?
Eagle legs.
Standing up or laying down or both?
Stand it up.
All right, we're gonna do it all. All right. Any requests from you guys? I know Cherry and Susan are on there on Facebook. All right. So let's go ahead, find your comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. And then lift your shoulders up towards your ears and then roll back down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders, eyes are closed, you're gazing down. And without changing anything, just begin to notice your breath and how the breath naturally flows in and out of the body. Begin to deepen your breath, finding an equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. If the mind wanders, focus back on your breath. And as you continue with your breath, I'm going to continue reading from The Golden Present by Satchidananda. I'm going to read today and tomorrow. So, we all have lessons to learn. If you want to give some advice, your first duty is to look and see if that person will accept it, if they will be benefited by your saying something. If the person gets upset, it shows that you don't know how to say it gently, in a proper way. In that case, you learn something from it. I made them angry. I should have known how to present the problem. It might be her problem, but I have something to learn in this. Maybe I put it too bluntly, and maybe that's why she got upset. There are things for you to learn also. If your intention is to help someone, but you fail to make them realize that you are helping, it is a mistake. It is your mistake. You can't blame them for everything. The giver of the help should remember certain things about how to give constructive suggestion. Stop and think. Is this the right moment to discuss this? Am I presenting it the proper way? If you positively know that the person is not in a mood to receive it from you, wait until another time and start very gently. Then give that person time to think about it. Maybe at the spur of the moment, the ego will come and say, "How dare you tell me that?" But when you go away, he or she may try to apply your advice. Remember, there are givers and receivers, and we all have lessons to learn. Remembering in yoga, we always practice ahimsa. So that means nonviolence. You should never have pain in your practice. You should ease out instead of pushing through. And then gather your hands together in front of your heart and bow in. Maybe having an intention. So I don't know if that's you, Brenda, but I think your mic is on. Someone's. And then from here, interlace your fingers and stretch it away. Round your back and tuck your chin. And And then as you inhale, reach your arms up high, relax your shoulders down. And then just find some space, just kind of moving from side to side. And then reach your arms up high. And then just let your right arm come down to the mat and let your left arm reach over. Just keep stretching through that left side. And then squeeze, come up tall, and then switch sides. Let the left hand come down, let the right arm reach over. And squeeze your belly, come up tall, and then take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Give them a stretch. Stay there, only if it feels good. Lift the arms away from the back, but don't drop your spine forward. And then drop the arms down. Inhale, reach high. As you exhale, right hand to left knee, twist, look back over the left shoulder. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms up, hands down, and make your way to hands and knees. So finding a tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Setting up for your cat-cow tilt. So on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath, inhaling, sway back, and exhaling, cat. Keep cycling through. You can move different parts of your body if that feels good. Keep going here. And if you get tired, rest in child's pose. I left the door locked at the bottom step, so I'm going to lock it. Your next exhalation, return to a flat back, and then press back towards your heels. So coming into child's pose. So remember, if this bothers your knees, you can stay on your elbows and keep your hips high. And just lift your head, look at your hands, walk both hands to the right side, walk a little further through the left hand, maybe the left hand stacks on top of the right. And then walk into the other side. And then come back to center and make your way back to hands and knees. Take your left leg, send it straight back, toes on the mat, press through the heel, find that stretch in your calf. Stay here. If you want a little more core, push the floor away, dog the back, and lift the right knee and inch yourself off the floor. And then go ahead, put your knee down and lift your left leg. And circle the ankle. Reverse. And press through the heel. Stay there, or right arm forward, reach and pull both directions. The neck nice and long, looking down. And breathing. And then you can hold here, rest, and we'll add some core by squeezing under the body, and then inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, reach. 2 more. Reach out long, put your hand down, let your foot cross over the right, look over the right shoulder towards your toes. And then swing it off to the left side. Left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back behind you. If you like that bind, you can flip the thumb and reach that hand to that bottom inner thigh. And then bring that hand back down, bring the knee in, and send the right leg back. Toes on the mat, press to the heel, find that calf stretch, and breathe into it. And then stay there, or push and lift the floor, lift the knee.
Lift the leg.
And then place the knee back down and lift the right leg. Circle out the ankle. Reverse it. Press through the heel, stay there, or the left arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Keep breathing. So you can stay here, or exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Keep going with your breath. 2 more. Reach it out. Put your hand down, let the foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. And then swing it off to the right side. Right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse it. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back behind you. Get a little release in your shoulder, your chest. If you like that bind, flip the thumb. It can be knuckles to sacrum or reach for that bottom inner thigh. So see what gives you the best stretch. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in, and tuck your toes as you press your hips back towards your heel. Breathe into your toes and your feet. And then lift your head, look at your hands. You can stay at hands and knees or press it up and find your first downward facing dog. Nice. So in down dog, feet are hips width apart. Pedal it out, bending opposite knees. That looks really good. Pressing equally through the hands and feet. And then press down through both heels, pressing equally through the hands. Make sure you're not creating tension in the neck. Just move the head around. And you can either drop to your knees for a more gentle option, or you can shift to plank like you're going to do a push-up if you'd like to work some more core, get your arms warmer. So if it feels like too much, drop down to the knees. So a knee plank or a full plank. Honoring your body, no judgment or competition, and never pain. All right, so if your knees are up, let's all put them down. Elbows rub the ribs as you lower to your belly. Keep your fingers where they are, roll up just the head, neck, and chest. Find your cobra. You should be able to lift the hands in cobra. That's your first option for a vinyasa. And then forehead down. Press up to hands and knees, stay there, or take it all the way up to down dog. So if you're new and you need to rest and take it down a notch, that's what you should do. That's how we practice in a safe way. All right, one more time. Inhale, shift forward, either hands and knees or plank. And breathe. So if you're new, you're gonna drop your knees. If you've been practicing for a while with knees up, you kind of shift forward on the toes, elbows in tight, lower to the belly. Inhale, you can do another cobra or slide your hands back an inch, push the floor away, and find upward facing dog. If you're in cobra, forehead down. Then we all go up and back, either stay at hands and knees or find down dog. So those are 2 options for vinyasas. You can take them or leave them. You can rest whenever you want. All right, so walk your way up to ragdoll. Hanging out. Any movement that feels good. Bend your knees, sway your hips, grab grab opposite elbows. Shake your head yes and no. And then we'll all come back to center. Bend your knees, squeeze your belly, and slowly stack your vertebrae. Once you're at the top, reach. Keep your arms up, relax your shoulders down. Take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and then stretch it over to the right side. Forgot what I was doing because I switched it up. All right, now come back up and just grab the other wrist and stretch it to the other side. And then come up. And then drop your hands, touch your thighs, and slide towards your toes. You can stay here if you want another shoulder stretch. Hands go behind the back, interlace your fingers, and let the arms pull away. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. If your hands are behind your back, put them back onto the sacrum before you reach down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, and that becomes Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold, long spine, from the crown of the head, press through the tailbone, lift the belly. And then exhale, soften. Inhale, you can round up or you can hinge at the hips, squeeze the belly, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it long and tall. Drop your tailbone only if it feels good. Add a little back bend. And then come up straight. And hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain, top of your mat. Surya Namaskara. So mountain, reach through the crown of the head, tailbone drops, belly lifts. So this is an active pose. It shouldn't just be hanging out. Use your muscles, palms are spinning forward. Feel as if you're being pulled up through the crown of the head. And then on an inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, let's all push our shins away. Find that long, flat back. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, and take your left foot to the back of the mat. And drop that knee all the way down. Sink into the left hip flexor, shine your heart open. So knee over ankle in the front. If the floor is too far away, hands can always come up to the thigh. And then wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Keep it forward and fold if you need a stretch. And then shift the weight back into the right foot. Tuck your toes. You can go to hands and knees or straight to down dog. You can cat-cow or add your flow. So just like we practiced, inhale plank, exhale low, inhale cobra or up dog, and exhale hands and knees or down dog. So find what works for you. Let go of judgment, competition, rest when you need to. Nice. Either from hands and knees or down dog, let your left leg lift high. You can go ahead and turn the toes to the side, let the hip open, keep the legs straight. And then if it feels good, bend the knee. Like you're gonna kick yourself, point your toe. Nice. And then step it all the way to the top of the mat. So if the foot doesn't make it, you just drop the back knee, pick it up and bring it. And then drop into that right hip flexor, stack the joints in the front. Find your breath. Floor is too far away, hands can always be up on the thigh. And then wait for an exhale, hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. Give yourself space. Everybody's body's different. And then shift the weight into the front foot. Take it back to hands and knees or down dog. You can cat-cow or add your flow. Honor your body. You can hold or rest. Beautiful, that's the trick. Listen to your body. Your down dog looks great. All right, either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. Go ahead, let the leg hips open. And then only if it feels good, bend the knee. And then step that foot all the way up. Left hand flat, or make a fist, right hand on the thigh, twist to look to the right. Keep that right hand down or reach it up. And then go ahead, drop that hand, stay here, step your back foot up a few inches, and then come up for your high lunge. Relax your shoulders, stay here, or left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might drop your right hand to the back thigh and let the left arm go higher. Stop where your body needs you to. Wait for an exhale, cartwheel your hands to the floor, step up with the left foot, and back with the right. Right hand or fist on the mat, left hand on the thigh. You can use a block under that hand too if you have one. That's a good spot for a block. So you can use and press into the hand. Keep that left hand down or reach it up. And then go ahead, bring the hand down, step that back foot up a few inches, and then come on up for your high lunge. Stay here, or right arm forward, left arm back. Only if it feels good, drop the left hand and let the right arm go higher. Wait for an exhale, hands go down to the mat. If you want to cool down, step to the top of the mat. If you want to take a vinyasa, take it to down dog. You can add your flow. If you went to down dog. If you don't like hanging forward, you can always make this a mountain. Where's everybody? If you're in down dog, bring both feet to the top of your mat. On an inhale, let's all push our shins away. Find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone. Only if it feels good. Add them back. And then come up straight. Hands to your heart. Go ahead, drop your arms. And let's do our chair sequence. We haven't done it in a while. So get your ankles lined up directly under your hip points. So meaning straight line, so not too wide. All right, arms up in front. And then just bend your knees and sit your body back. Scoop your belly, drop your tailbone. When you look down, you should see your toes in front of your knees because you're pushing the bottom back and the belly's lifting up. And you breathe. These look great. And then press to stand up. Just drop your arms and touch your thighs and slide towards your toes. And then on an inhale, push your shins away. Find that long flat back. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're up, reach. And then exhale, hands apart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. You can do the same thing we just did, or B position, arms are up. Use all your muscles and you lift your heels, find your balance, press through your big toes. And then you start to bend the knees, but the back stays straight like you're sliding back down a wall. Keep breathing, otherwise heels are down like you did the first time. And you're all breathing. Now press into your feet to stand up. If your heels are up, drop them. Reach your arms high. Exhale, fold towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, round or hinge yourself up to standing. Once you're at the top, you can always you like it. Come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, C position, or go back to A or B. So C position, the feet stay where they are, the knees come together, arms are still up, and then you lift your heels. Feels like too much, go back to the other one. And it looks like this if you're here. So squeeze, sink as low as you can. If you can come all the way down and sit on your heels, then you need to come up 2 inches and hover. Press into your toes to come up. Drop your heels, drop your arms, shake it all out. Nice job, everybody. Find your mountain. Take a moment, reconnect to your breath. Notice where you're going. If you're judging, stop. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let's all take our pinky toes out near the edges, preparing for your squat. So remember, you can also stay here. High squat is elbows above the knees. If you have knee issues, you can stay up here. If low squat feels good, your hips keep sinking down to the floor. That's Malasana. Maybe the elbows to the insides, maybe the thumbs to the sternum. On your body, don't create pain. Anybody play baseball, softball? Got it right. So you can stay here as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, elbows above the knees, come up. You can hang out here. If you have a crow practice, go for your crow. So if you're new, you're probably not going to do that. We'll meet back in down dog or child's pose. But if crow is something you're working on, the feet start toes together, like chaturanga arms, and you bend your knees and take the knees up to the armpits. You bend your elbows a lot. You can even touch your head down to the floor to work on getting the toes up. Eventually you keep looking forward. If you look down, you'll flip. So, nice. We'll all meet back in down dog or child's pose. Take 3 more resting breaths. And then let's all meet at hands and knees. And just do 2 cat-cow tilts. On an inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. And return to your flat back. Lower down to your elbows. Interlace your fingers, get the elbows under your shoulders. And then tuck your toes and scoop your belly. Option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, hips high. That becomes dolphin. Feels like too much, come back down. If you want to work core, you can inhale, shift forward like you're going to do a plank. Exhale, hips high. You can also shift forward, hold your elbow plank. You can also do an inversion. When you're done, just go to child's pose. So we'll all get there at different times. Remember, Cher holds her elbow plank for 5 minutes a day. Thanks, everybody. And then take some breaths in child's pose if you haven't been there yet. And if you want to hang out here for 5 more minutes, you can do that. But I'm not going to do that. All right. Come to hands and knees. And take your right leg off to the side. And just take your left arm and thread it under the right and relax that shoulder, relax the side of the head. Yep. So you can stay here. We're just stretching that shoulder. You can walk that right hand straight up or walk it over like it's going to go to the left side of your mat. And that just creates more of a twist into the low back. If you moved your right hand, bring it back around. We're pressing into the right hand. We're reaching out and up with the left. And then drop it down. Bring that right knee in. And send the left leg straight out to the side. And then take your right arm and thread it under. with your left hand, walk it back around, get the wrist under the elbow, press into the left hand, reach out and up with the right, and then drop it down, bring the knee in, and then press it back towards child's pose. You can stay here or press to down dog. You can hold your down dog or add a vinyasa. Nice. Beautiful. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. You can go ahead and open that hip, you can bend that knee. All right, if you're not new and you want to flip your dog, that right toe touches down and then the right arm goes to the front of the mat. The wild thing. You can do it. There it is. Nice. Now bring that right hand back down. And we're stepping the right foot to the top of the mat. Stay up on that back toe just like we did in the beginning, and then come up for your high lunge. Settle your breath. Now take that back foot, turn it to the side so you end up with heel to arch alignment. Let your arms go parallel to the floor. Look over the right middle finger and you're in warrior two. Nice. Beautiful. Stay with your breath. Track the knee open so you feel a stretch on the inside of that right thigh. Check out your shoulders, make sure they're relaxed. You can turn the palms up and bend the elbows and notice how the shoulders rest. That's where you want the shoulders to stay as the arms go straight. Slow the breath. Now just flip your right hand, stretch it back, reverse triangle. And then exhale, bend your knee, go right back to warrior two. And then we're just going to move like that. So inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend your knee, warrior two. Two more on your own, moving with your breath. And then come back to warrior two and hold. And now take your right forearm on the thigh, palm turned up, left hand can stay on the hip, or you're going to take it straight up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. That's extended side angle. Nice. You can stay here or play here if you have a variation you're working on. You can drop the back hand to go lower. You can take a bind if you want to work core. You can take both arms forward. Birds are going to fly. Nice, everybody. That's hard to hold. So take your time. We're all going to bring it back down. We're going to drop our left hand, and then we're going to drop our right hand. Stay here and just walk your hands like they're going to go off to 11 o'clock. So you're like a stealthy warrior. That looks great. Yep. So that stretch of the right hip. Now we're going to walk it back in. Pop that back heel up and drop the knee to the floor. Walk your toes more to the right. If the floor is too far away, come up here. If it feels okay, both hands are on the inside of the front foot. Stay here. Some of you might want to drop lower. It's left elbow. Stay there, or right elbow. If you don't need it, both arms are straight. If you've been practicing for a while and you feel like you need something to do here, I'll give you an option, especially those of you that have that bird of paradise bind. So you can just watch if you're not working here yet. So right knee behind, or right shoulder behind the right knee, and then right knuckles to sacrum. And then you lift the back knee. Stay right here, or take the left hand up behind the back as well. And it's just like your bird of paradise.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's it. Did you get it? You got it. Use a lot of force. Move that belly. 10 more minutes. Everybody go ahead, relax it down, and just take that right leg around to the back of the mat. You can go to down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. Nice, everybody. And let's all meet at hands and knees, and just do 2 cat-cow tilts. Release your spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch. One more time. And return to your flat back. So either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. So you might be here, you might be here. Choose the one that works for you. If it feels good, you can bend the knee. Only if you have the back knee lifted do you attempt to flip your dog. So it's left toe touches down, behind the right foot, and left arm goes forward. Do the wild thing. Nice, everybody. Bring that left hand down. And we're all stepping the left foot to the top of the mat. Keep that back heel up and come on up for your high lunge. Now just take that back foot, turn it to the side, open your arms out, and come into warrior two. So establish your warriors. So regardless of where you're working, you're all getting benefits, right? Everybody's body, be where you are, all that good stuff. Check out your shoulders, make sure they're relaxed. Stay with your breath. And then flip the left hand and stretch it back, reverse your triangle, and just enjoy that stretch in the left side body. And then exhale, bend your knee, go back to warrior two. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Inhale, stretch your back. A lot of people get that with triangle. Exhale, warrior two. So do two more. And then we'll all meet in warrior two. And take your left forearm to the thigh with the palm up, right hand on the hip, or it goes up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. Stay with the breath. Stay here or play here. If you have a variation you're working on, you can match what you did on the other side. The bind is right knuckles to sacrum, left shoulder hugs in tight and wraps around. Core is here and here. Resting is here. Not so much. Nice, everybody. So if you're flying, take your time, no rush. We're all gonna reach that right hand down to the floor, pop. Now keep the heel down for now. Left hand down. So, and then walk your hands out like they're going over to 2 o'clock. Just imagine your toes at 12, maybe 1 o'clock, somewhere between 1 and 2, not to 3. It's a lot of quad, isn't it? Now go ahead, walk it back in, both hands to the inside of the left foot. Go ahead, drop that back knee down, walk your toes to the left side of the mat. Sink into the hips. So remember, some of you are staying here, some of you are dropping the right, some of you are dropping the left. Wherever your body needs to be is the perfect spot. There is no judgment, no competition with yourself or others. No rewards for pain. Beautiful, nice stretch. So if you took that binding option on this side, you want to try it on this, the other side, you'll try it on this side. You take that left shoulder, tuck it behind the knee. I think it's easiest to take the left knuckle to the sacrum and then lift the back knee. And then you squeeze the belly, reach through the crown of the head, and the right hand goes back behind. And there it is. Look at that. You did it. Nice. If you have the bind, when you're ready, come out. We're all going to take our left leg around to the back. Down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. Slow your breath down. Regain control if you've lost it. Equal breath in and out through the nose. And then we'll meet at hands and knees and do 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. And return to your flat back. And then just take your right foot to the top of the mat. Stack your joints in front. Bring both hands to your thigh. So if it bothers that back knee, you can always double your mat and use that for a cushion. And we're just going to take our right thumb and hook it back near the right hip crease so it's out of the way, and reach your left arm up. And then just tip it over to the right. Only if it feels good and you can reach the floor or a block does the right hand go down towards your whatever, floor or block or something else you have in the house. All right, now go ahead, come up nice and tall again, and then take your left elbow and bring it down towards the knee. So if you can get that elbow to the outside, that's where you're going. Stay there, or hands can go to prayer, look to the right. If this does not feel like a good twist, you can always put that left hand on the floor like we did in the beginning and reach the right arm up. You can lift the back knee if you want more effort. Beautiful, everybody. And then we'll all come back to center and take your right knee back and bring the left foot to the front. Both hands to your thigh. Check out the joints, stack them in the front. Safest place for your joints is always stacked. All right, left thumb at the hip crease, right arm up. Tip it to the left. Only if your left hand reaches the block or floor does it go down. And then go ahead, come up nice and tall. And then exhale, take that right elbow down towards the knee. Maybe it goes to the outside. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you push your hands into prayer. Look to the left. Maybe lift that back knee if you want more effort. Remember, if that doesn't feel good, you can always go back to our twist with the hand down on the floor on the inside of that big toe. Nice, everybody. And then bring it back around. And slide it back, down dog or child's pose. Hold, flow, or rest. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, walk your hands to the back of the mat. You can go through a toe squat if you'd like, or just come up to ragdoll. So the toe squat, knees are wide, you stay up on your toes and you sit on your heels, and then maybe your hands come to your thighs. Otherwise, you're in ragdoll. Looks good. So you can either push down and just stand up, or you can power up through the thighs and then drop it down and shake it up. All right, so find your mountain, back of your mat, and then just take your left foot and step forward. And then we're just gonna fly into warrior three. So arms are back if you're new. Keep this hip over the ankle. Maybe lift a teeny bit, maybe go a lot. Nice. Change up the arms if that's in your practice. Maybe forward. All right, and then we're just gonna soften that knee and just take the right leg all the way to the front. Ankle under the knee. Don't lean back. If you're going to extend the leg, point the toe, squeeze it a lot, and then lower it with control. Give it a little shake, and find your mountain. Now take your right foot, step forward, and roll into warrior three. Change up your arms if you need to. Stay with your breath. And then hinge back to standing. Stop there, or hands to the waist, leg up. Don't lean back as you extend. Point, squeeze it a lot. And then lower it with control. Give a little shake. And find your mountain. Take a moment, reconnect to your breath. And then I want to give us some options. So we're going to practice eagle. But for those of you that the balance in the legs is too much of an issue, you're going to go back to chair. So we'll do chair first. Bend your knees, scoop your belly, elbows are up in front. Bring them in to touch each other, and then take the let's take the right elbow on top. Backs of the hands together, or wrap the palms. You can lift up or push away. So that's your option if we're not adding the legs. Go ahead and come up and just stretch out. Give yourself a big stretch, like ta-da, I did it. All right, and then go ahead, arms up, bend your knees, elbows in, left on top, wrap the palms. Lift up on the elbows, push them away to stretch the shoulders. And then push up, stretch it out, ta-da! And then come back in and shake it out. All right, so if you're adding on, we'll do our eagle. So you bend your legs just like chair, and then you take the right thigh, wrap it on top. Some of you are gonna keep it out there, touching down, elbows in, it's left on top, wrap the palms. Some of you are gonna be able to pick up the foot, and then wrap that foot around the calf. You can always push up and pull away. So those are your options, right? So you're here in eagle, or you're here with both feet down in chair. Choose the one that works for you. And then when you're ready, come up, unwind, let's let it fly, and then give a little shake. And then sit back, chair, elbows up, in. So if you're doing legs, left on top, and then right elbow on top. So remember, you can be chair legs or eagle legs. Maybe you pick it up, maybe you wrap it around. Lift up, push away, stay with your breath. And then when you're ready, unwind, let it fly, and shake it out. And we're done with balance. Find your balance on top of your mat. Settle your breath, in and out through the nose. And then inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. If you need another squat, you can take it. If you need another crow, you can take it. When you're done, make your way back to down dog or child's pose. Nice, everybody. If you need that vinyasa, it'll be your last one. Inhale back then, looks good. And exhale, hands and knees are down dog. Beautiful. And then we'll all make our way onto our bottoms. And then on to our backs. Time flies and you're having fun, right? Go ahead, hug it in and rock out the knees. And then plant your feet. So they're hips width apart, parallel, close to the bottom. So we're gonna do a flowing bridge. If you prefer to push up and hold a static bridge, that's fine. So if you're gonna flow with me, on an inhale, you press into your feet, you tilt your pelvis, you lift your hips. At the same time, the arms go up overhead, and then exhale brings it right back down. And just connect with your breath. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Nice. So if you're holding static, you're on your own, 5 to 10 breaths. Maybe do 1, maybe do 2. If you're flowing, we'll do 2 more. Nice, everybody. Beautiful. Take your time. If you're working on your own, finish up what you're doing, and we'll all meet with our knees hugged in. Rock. And then plant your feet. And take your right thigh and wrap it on top, so thighs, not knee and ankle. So just like we did with our eagle legs, but before you do eagle legs, we're gonna just hug both knees up, lift the feet off the floor. Some of you, that's gonna be your stretch. You should feel it in that right hip. Some of you are gonna flex your feet, slide your hand down the shins, and reach for the outside pinky toe, sides of the feet. And then maybe you start to pull the shins up towards parallel with the top of your mat. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. All those are options for a reason. Can you relax your head at the same time? And then if you're holding on, release. Keep the legs just as they are. Pick your hips up, moving 1 inch to the right. And then you can just tip it, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Some of you are going to take that full bind. It's easier when you're not balancing. Yes. Beautiful, everybody. And then bring it up. Unwrap your thighs. And let's just hug it in for a moment. Make little circles. And then take the left thigh on top. Wrap your thighs and just hug your knees up and in. That's the pose for some of you. If you're going deeper, slide your hands down your shins. Maybe stop along the shins. Maybe you flex the feet. Grab the sides of the feet. You're holding the feet, release them, let that back foot drop down. You're moving your hips 1 inch to the left, and then you're tipping it over to the right. So either that leg stays in front, or you can wrap it. Like your eagle legs, look to the left. If you don't like it, you can always make your twist your twist. Level out your sacrum, hug it in one last time. Stay here, or bottoms of the feet come together. Push your knees away. Like a diamond in the sky, looks good. Stay there, or both feet in the air. You can do happy baby, hold the feet or ankles, rock around a little, bend your knees, straighten your legs, whatever feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels good, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. And then wait for an exhale and stretch it out in all directions. And you're done. Nice. Socks and sweaters, if you need them. Check out the bottom. Make sure you're comfortable in the back. So if it feels uncomfortable, try picking up the bottom, slide the flesh away, and then lower it back down and take your legs nice and wide. Doesn't feel good, keep the knees bent. Palms stretched out, arms stretched out with the palms up, shoulders tucked behind the heart, away from the ears. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. And just forget about your breath. Let the breath return to normal. Receive the grace of your practice. You can imagine a beautiful golden light entering the body in the crown of the head. As that light pours through, it brings warmth and relaxation to your scalp, your forehead, your eyes, nose, and mouth relaxed, ears, cheeks, the jaw and chin are relaxed. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers. The chest with your heart and lungs. Your abdomen with all your internal organs. The upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. Hips, pelvis, buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. true nature. Take a few moments just to be. When we are, sorry, let me start over. That is the best victory from January 16th, Thoughts for Each Day, the Golden Present. When we win a war, it is a one-sided victory. A true victory should be for the benefit of everyone. If it is your victory alone, you may win the war now, but your enemy will be waiting for another opportunity to fight and be victorious over you. How can you call it a real victory if you still have an enemy somewhere? Instead, make your enemy your friend. That is the best victory. Such a victory is only won by nonviolent means, by trusting and by showing love. Pollyanna here. So find your breath. Let it fill your body. And start to bring movement to your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs, until you're ready for a big stretch. And if it feels good, hug your knees to your chest one last time. Like, you can roll to your right side for more relaxation, your left side for more energy. Whichever arm is under you, let it extend so your head can rest there. And in your own time, in your own way, maybe your eyes stay closed as you press into the hand that's in front of you, the elbow under you. Walk your hands, maybe your head hangs low. We'll all meet back in our comfortable seats. Find your tall spine. Eyes are closed if that's comfortable. Connect to your breath. In and out through the nose. Remember your peace. Always within, regardless of what goes on around you. Share your light. Hands to the heart, bow in, give gratitude, look for the joy. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all for sharing your practice, your presence. Thank you for being here. Have a great Saturday. Farmers market's open.
what they're doing down there. But, all right. See you all. Have a great day. Bye.